So we'll take
Yes,
another
sir.
2 minutes and we are going to start our webinar.
Yes, sir. It's visible now.
Hello. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
So we are starting our webinar. Hello, Rena ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unique Institute of Behavioral Science. So I'm Rena, and we also have another faculty with us, that is Sachin sir on the other side. Sachin sir, are you there?
Hello everyone. Am I
Good
audible to
morning.
everyone? क्या आप सुन पा
Yeah,
रहे हैं
yeah.
मुझे?
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
गुड मॉर्निंग. सो अभी हम स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं. यस मैम, प्लीज गो अहेड.
Hello, Sachin sir. I
यस
can't
मैम.
hear you.
हेलो. ऑडिबल. हेलो.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
मैम यू कैन कंटिन्यू.
Hello,
मैम यू कैन कंटिन्यू.
Sachin sir, are you there? I can't hear you.
हेलो. आप सब सुन पा रहे हैं मुझे?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
मैम आई गेस.
I guess sir की आवाज सबको आ रही है except me.
ओके मैम, यू कैन कंटिन्यू.
क्या issue हो सकता है? Sachin sir, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. You can proceed with the slides.
सर वो आपकी बात नहीं सुन पा रहे. रेना मैम वो
Uh,
ये बता रहे कि यू कैन प्रोसीड द स्लाइड्स. ही कैन हियर योर वॉइस.
Sir is asking to continue. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, so let us continue with this. हम बात कर रहे हैं UGC नेट पेपर 1 की. Okay, I guess everyone is comfortable with both English Hindi, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, yes. Okay, fine. Okay, let's start. So today we are discussing UGC NET paper 1, which is considered a very important part to clear our UGC NET examination. Okay, so all of you must be from various different fields. English is more comfortable. Okay, Jennifer, it is fine. Yeah. So all of you must be from different fields and must be aiming for clearing your UGC NET examination. And to clear that, you need to ace for paper 1 as well as your paper 2. Now paper 2 is your subjective paper, like if you are doing it in English or in psychology or in some other subjects. Okay, so that is your core subjective part, and people are generally good with catering that part. Now there is one common paper, that is paper 1, which is required for all of you. Okay, and that part is very much important. As you can see on your screens, paper 1 is of 100 marks. Okay, 100 marks means there will be 50 questions, 2 marks for each question, and the rest paper 2 is of 200 marks. That means 100 questions. So we'll keep that aside because that is the subjective part, and we'll focus on paper 1, which is common for everyone. Yes. So here you need to get a 50 questions to get 100 marks. Now according to UGC, what is the criteria? One needs to get 40% marks or 40 marks, okay, out of 100 in paper 1 to clear the eligibility criteria for further checking of your exam. Okay, so I'll repeat for everyone. You need to get 40, at least 40 out of 100 marks. 40 marks means 20 questions around. Okay, because one question is for 2 marks. So you need to go with at least 20 questions correctly in order that your paper is considered eligible for further checking. So this is the qualifying marks one need to obtain in paper 1. Okay, and if you are not getting that, then your paper 2 is like how far you can do it like very nicely. It doesn't matter. It won't be considered for further checking. Right, so this is the qualifying marks, 40 marks. Okay, now moving ahead. So moving ahead, overall, when you will get these 20 questions, that is 40% in paper 1, and rest. Please, can we go back to the previous slide once again? Thank you. So 40% marks in paper 1 and 40% marks in paper 2. Okay, so in total we'll combine them and then we'll have our cutoff, final cutoff to be released. Right. So what happens? What we have just discussed, wo aapka tha qualifying marks, so that your paper can be checked further. Now the cutoff which is being released, okay, which include the toppers, it has only 6% of candidates, only 6% of toppers. Okay, so the top layer of 6% candidates who have qualified that cutoff, that eligibility criteria also, only that portion is picked up and they are referred as NET or JRF qualified. Okay, so उसमें भी वो they used to take that cream layer. उसमें से ही they decide like what are the toppers which can be selected. So that was just the minimal criteria. Now, in order to qualify your NET exam, your target, your goal should not be that 40% marks, because that is just an eligibility criteria. Okay, your target should be more than that. It should be more than 20%. So you can set your goal higher. 80 out of 100 marks. 80 out of 100 marks. 80 marks means out of 50, you have to target 35 to 40 questions correctly, so that it can help you to raise your, like, to reach that the range of cutoff. and your paper 1, like it has like lot of marks, so it is going to support you in like acing with other candidates when scores are combined for paper 2 as well. Okay, so what should be our target? Please share the recording. Okay, sure, Sayed. We'll definitely share the recording. Okay, so now the criteria is to set a target, and that should be at least 35 to 40 questions out of 50. Yes, we can go ahead. Okay, now coming to the syllabus, if we talk about paper 1 caters 10 units in different areas, as you can see here, unit 1, unit 2 and 3 and so on. Okay, on an average 5 questions from each unit is being asked. Yes, so on an average 5 questions from each and every unit. That simply means one should not ignore any of the unit. Okay, each and every unit is equally important, so like never ever think of omitting any of the units. Okay, okay, so again, equal attention should be given to all the units. We have to focus on our strength areas, as we have seen. Can we go back to the previous slide once again? The previous slide.
Hello.
Okay, so we have to focus on our strength areas. Now, strength areas are like, out of those 10 units, 5 units might be your strength areas, right? Like someone is better at research aptitude, or someone is very good at the logical aptitude part, and it can be vice versa. Okay, so we need to figure out what are our strength areas initially. Okay, you can figure out those 4-5 units which you are very confident at about, and first you should go by that thing which you can easily cater. As I already told, there will be like approximately 5 questions for each from each unit, so you should go unit by unit which you are already good at, and try to solve the previous year questions initially before even starting with the content. Before even starting with the studying of the content, you can directly start by like looking at the questions to have a better idea. Okay, what's being asked. And trust me, if you are genuinely good at certain units, out of 5-3 questions you can easily cater even without studying. Okay, so that you have to look for what are your strength areas, and you have to focus on them first, so that none of the questions from that area is being left. So wahan par you can like again add on to your learning. You can boost your confidence from there. So start from the very beginning, from boosting your own confidence in that manner, right? So ye hua pehle to work on your strength areas, then gradually move towards the areas which you feel you are lacking in. Like for some people, that mathematical reasoning, logical reasoning part is considered a bit difficult, okay, rather than other theoretical units. So there you need a lot of practice, but again, don't be afraid that you cannot do it. You can definitely do it. Just you need to just focus on certain areas. You need to practice them accordingly, and similar pattern of questions are repeated again and again. And it is a major plus point in terms of these logical or mathematical reasoning is that if you know the answer, like it's going to be 100% correct. There will be no ifs and buts in that area, right? In theoretical part, there can be ifs and buts. There can be some doubts. But when it comes to logical reasoning, yeah, sure, Geeta, we will do so. But in terms of logical reasoning or mathematical reasoning aptitude, if you know how to cater the answer, then you will definitely ace it. You'll be very sure of the answer and you'll score good marks. Okay, so do practice with that. Then tricks to solve certain logical questions, and we'll be discussing certain tricks also here. comprehension is very sporadic. So there is one unit which is related to comprehension also, and there are again at least 5 questions within that domain. One comprehension is being given, then the sub questions are there. Never ever omit that question, and just a bit of practice is required. Without practice, you will lose marks there, but with bit of practice, you can like score those 10 marks out of one single question of comprehension. You can score a very good mark. So comprehension should be catered. Now, starting from the very first unit, that is teaching aptitude. Now, considering that, we need to cater very basics of teaching here. Like what are the basic characteristics of teaching and learning. This will include the basic characters of a teacher and a learner too. Okay. Now, one thing which can help you to solve certain questions is that focus on the most positive and holistic response when it comes to questions. So when questions are being given to you, okay, when MCQs are there, teacher is someone which is always considered as a very idealistic person, and that person will always go for something good, okay, something positive. So this is the key to cater those questions, those areas. Focus on the most positive and the holistic response which covers everything, okay, which integrates the knowledge. So that is going to help you. Okay, then conceptual understanding of teaching aids. Okay, teaching aids, like it includes your ICT enabled teaching nowadays, which is in trend. Okay, what are the benefits? Then other teaching aids and different methods of teaching, like lecture method. Okay, then demonstration method. Which one is better for students? Then, like the way we are conducting this webinar, this is also one mode of teaching, right? So, what are its pros and cons? So, you just need to have a basic conceptual understanding, and you will be able to cater those areas. Then, there are certain methods of teaching also. Jisme we'll talk about these latest trends and events organized by government, like Swayam portals and other e-learning portals. Okay, so direct questions are being asked from them. So again, you just need to know a very basic understanding of what is being done in this area. Ma'am, please show the last slide. So please, yes. So like here it is written, MOOCs, that is massive online courses, and Swayam. So these are all government run programs in terms of teaching. Okay, and then we'll also talk like we'll have our evaluation system also. Okay, so even that serves the purpose that how teaching is being evaluated. Again, it just required a basic sense of understanding, no extra burden to that. Okay. So here are a few questions related to this. Now, the very first question is, which one of the following set of statements best describe the nature and objectives of teaching? So you can read the statement hereby. These are related to teaching. The first statement says, teaching and learning are integrally related. There is no difference between teaching and training. Concern of all teaching is to ensure some kind of transformation in students. Okay. So it is focusing on the purpose. All good teaching is formal in nature. A teacher is a senior person. Teaching is a social act, whereas learning is a personal act. Okay, so these are few statements and options are given. So I'll give you just another 1 or 2 minutes if I can get some answers from your side. What do you think? And focus on the mantra which I gave you. Focus on the most positive and holistic response. Okay, positive and holistic. Ishmeet 3, Prachi 3. Okay. Great. Nandini 3. Yes. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Soumya is saying 4. Okay. 3. Okay. As if you are already aware of this. Okay. So yes, 3 is the correct response. Yeah. Yes. So we can just figure it out in a minute कि हम 3 पे ही क्यों focus कर रहे हैं. Why 3 is the correct answer. And we'll focus on that mantra which we have just discussed now, positive and holistic response. Now the first statement says teaching and learning are integrated. So here the mantra of holistic approach is being followed. Teaching or learning, they are definitely integrated. Okay. Second, there is no difference between teaching and training. So यहाँ पे तो we have blurred that line of teaching and training. Okay. So it is not. It is going anti the rule of holistic approach. Like तो वो line blur हो गया है बीच में. We are merging two things together. So it cannot be the option here. Concern of all teaching is to ensure some kind of transformation in student. So here that positive mantra is being followed. Teaching is all about transformation. It is called, in fact, it is the main purpose of teaching is for transformation, right? All teaching is formal in nature. Formal in nature, यहाँ पे we are creating certain limitations or boundaries to teaching. Again, this cannot be the reason. Okay, so all good teaching is formal. This is not possible. So we'll nullify this. A teacher is a senior person. Again, we are setting boundaries. Again, this cannot be done. And last is teaching is a social act where learning is a personal act. So this is a very true statement. Teaching is about the social scenario and learning can be personal too. It can be without the teacher also. Okay, so this was the thing. We are having one more question and we'll go by this very fast. So it is regarding the methods of teaching as I was discussing. So they have given lecturing, discussion, brainstorming, program, instructional procedure. And in the options we have lecturing ka we can figure out first. Small step presentation with feedback provided, production of large number of ideas, content delivery in a lucid language, use of teaching aids, and theme-based integration among participants. Okay, so these are the sets. So can you give me some answers to this? What do you think? Okay. Okay. Kanak 3, Shubham 3. Okay, everyone is with 3. Okay, okay, fine, great. Yes, so answer is 3, third one. Sonal, yeah, Sonal, it is third one. Yes, and why is it so? A is according to third, A is going with 3. Lecturing method is going with 3. Content delivery in the lucid language because it is completely one-sided. Okay, so we'll go with A to 3. Then we have B with 5th, that is discussion in groups. So theme-based interaction among participants. I guess this is very, very simple question and it's very much already comprehensible. Okay, so such questions are being asked here. Okay, so that was all about unit 1. Now moving on to unit 2, that is the research aptitude. Now research aptitude has all these topics within. Like if you talk about the syllabus, now main things which you need to cater is about, again, the conceptual knowledge, the basic criteria of research, what are the steps we need to follow, okay, what are variables, like what is independent variable, dependent variable, control variable, what are the various methods of research like experimental research, ex post facto, action research, and the sampling methods. So there are various sampling methods also by which we collect data. So if these 4 or 5 areas, if we cater them, then we can like go ahead with the answers. It will help you a lot. So you just again and again you need to focus on certain key areas, okay, and then you can cater all the answers. Can you please repeat this part, ma'am? Okay, okay, Manya. So I was just saying research aptitude include all these certain topics. Now I was discussing few topics which are very important here. One is the method of research methodology, how you follow the step. Like initially you have to figure out what is the core problem. You have to then go for the hypothesis. Okay, then you go for the data collection thing, right? Data collection thing, then sampling. It includes your sampling methods also, right? And then we go further on interpreting, conducting the research, then interpreting the data, and finally you have that conclusion. Okay, so we have to follow them step by step. So research methodology is very important. You just need to overview what are the steps and you will be sorted. Secondly, I was telling about the sampling methods. Okay, so there are various sampling methods by which data is collected. One is probability sampling, other is non-probability sampling. Again, you just need to have a gist of it, an idea of it with examples. Okay, if you do that, you'll definitely cater one or two questions from that area. Then I was saying variables. Understanding of variables is must. Like what are independent variables, dependent variables, control and confounding variables. Okay, so these are few categories of variables which one needs to cater. So that was all about this, the major content which need to be followed. So we have, I guess, one or two questions regarding this. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is the question: which of the set of activities best indicate the cyclic nature of action research strategy? So we have one is reflect, observe, plan, act. Then observe, act, reflect, plan, act, and observe, reflect, and you can see. Anurag, you need not to present from your side, please. Hello, Anurag, can you hear me? Yeah. Is it Anurag or someone else? Please switch off the presentation from your side. Is it Anurag or Shubham maybe? I don't know exactly.
I guess मैम वो चले गए मतलब they left after presenting.
Hello.
तो मैम एक बार वापस हमें प्रेजेंट करना पड़ेगा, प्रेजेंट ऑफ करके प्रेजेंट ऑन करना पड़ेगा वापस, है ना मैम?
Sachin, so please share screen. Yes.
Is it visible to everyone?
Yes,
sir. Okay.
Yes,
now coming
sir.
back to this.
Ma'am, you can continue.
Okay. Now coming back to this, we already have the answer here. Shall I continue?
Ma'am, continue.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So the answer is 4 as it is already written. But now you can understand the strategy is very, very simple here. Yeah, it's 4. So we first need to plan, then act. Okay, plan the research, then we act upon it, then we observe what's going on. Okay, then we observe what things are required, what factors are playing their role, and then we even reflect upon the results. So whatever we conclude out of the research, then we reflect upon that. Yeah. Then we introspectively like how we are dealing with that. So that it was as simple as that. Yes, we can go ahead. Yes, there is one more important question, and this caters that area of different methods of research. So, the question says, a researcher attempts to evaluate the effect of method of feeding. Yes, method of feeding on anxiety proneness of children. Method of feeding on anxiety proneness of children. Now, which method is it so? So options are case study, experimental, ex post facto, survey. Now answer is 3, we know. Now why is it 3? Like why is it ex post facto? Why not experimental method? The difference is in case of experimental method, we give interventions from outside first. Okay, we try to add something from outside, we'll test it, we'll get some result, then we'll go ahead. If please stay back to the previous slide. I'm moving ahead. Okay. Yeah. So that was experimental. But in case of ex post facto, in this particular example, the incident was already happened. Okay. The method of feeding on anxiety, the method of feeding was already given to the child. One variable is already being executed and you cannot control that. Okay, you are not adding it from upon. आप बाहर से add नहीं कर रहे हो उस feeding method को to see the changes. The method of feeding is already being implemented, and you are just looking at the output of it. That is why ex post facto. Ex post, what is already happened. Post is after after the variable is being applied. Okay, so that was the basic criteria. Now we can go ahead. Unit 3. Unit 3 is comprehension, as I have already discussed once. Please, please, please don't take it very easy and don't ignore it completely. Sometimes we feel like it is very easy. We should not go like on practicing this thing and we'll do it directly in the exam. But trust me, it doesn't work like that. You need to have certain practice in this area, and that is going to help you a lot. Okay, plus it is very, very scoring. If you like go with a bit of practice, 5 questions are asked, that means 10 marks, and 10 marks matters a lot. Okay, so you need to go with that. Now 1 or 2 key points, sir, please. Yeah, 2 key points. You should focus on the central theme of the overall paragraph or comprehension from the author's perspective. Okay, please do not apply your own perspectives into that. You need to understand the content from the author's perspective and always try to figure out what is the central theme of the paragraph. Secondly, PQ-QP approach should be followed. That means read paragraph, not line by line, but just a scan of paragraph, just to get an understanding of it. So paragraph question approach. First you go through the paragraph one, then come to the questions. Then from questions again go to the paragraph specifically figuring out your answer. So again, PQ, paragraph, question, and question paragraph needs to be followed. And one more thing you need to like focus here is that please do that within the time limit. Okay, so you need not go to line by line, like taking too much time into it. Thoda sa, you have to be a bit smart in this. Okay, scan the paragraph, read the question, then read the question, then go back to the paragraph, and you'll definitely get your answer. Okay, next part. Communication. So communication, again, it is very direct and simple. The process, you should know process is what? Like I am the one who is communicating, you are the one who is receiving, and this channel through which we are talking is that mediator between us. So this is the whole process of communication, and when you will give me back some feedback that how was it, you actually understood the topic or not, so that will be the loop, that feedback loop chain. Okay, so this is the whole process of communication, and you need to focus what are the various modes and types of communication. Here you need to focus and consider 7 C's of effective communication and 4 S of communication. 7 C's, I guess Sachin sir can better tell you what are the 7 C's and 4 S.
When it comes to 7C, we have this completeness, we have this conciseness, we have this considerations, we have clarity, we have concreteness, then we have courtesy, and the 7C is correctness, right? And when it comes to 4S, we have shortness. We should keep it simple, that is simplicity, strength, and sincerity, right? This is what 7C and 4S approaches. Right. So I'm continuing with the unit 5. If you see the trends from last 5 years from this unit, you will see an average of 5 questions that we've already discussed. An average of 5 questions are being asked, right? So this is a very important, crucial unit, right? In terms that it can be used in other unit as well, right? So we have the coding decoding, we have series questions, direction senses, blood relations, Venn diagrams. Then we have arrangement questions, ratio, proportion, percentage, age related problem. See, if you look at these unit, this is I would say, the vast unit among the all the units, all the 10 units that we need to cover. So I guess we need to focus some specific area of this part, right? uh, these questions, one or two questions are asked. I mean, in every question, in every examinations, like series question, right? So we will discuss what should be the approach while dealing with such questions, right? So, for example, you have one questions displaying at your screen, right? So, anyone of you want to guess it? See, a random series is given to you. You need to find the pattern underlying it, right? It could be anything. It could be square. It could be cube. There would be a pattern that we need to decodify, right? So this is, I mean, there can never be a thumb rule, right? For these questions, there can never be a thumb rule. We just can make speculations. We may have some, trick that we can use, or some cheat codes, right? So we'll discuss one through this question. So any one of you would like to guess it? What is the pattern? Prana ma'am, hello, am I audible? Okay, so I'm getting 7:30. Okay, 7:30. So see, so if you'll see, we need to find the pattern. So this is 4, this is 10, this is 28. So what we can say, right? This is 3 plus 1, right? I mean 3 raised to power 1 plus 1. Then for 10, we have 3 raised to power 2 plus 1, right? Then we have 3 raised to power 3 plus 1, right? Then we have 3 raised to power 4 plus 1. Then we have 3 raised to power 5. So this is the pattern, right? So if we need to extrapolate this, what would be uh, that 3 raised to power 6 plus 1, right? So that would be the answer. You'll solve it and you'll get the answer, right? So this is how we need to crack such questions. So what should be the tip, right? So I would suggest, right, if the series, right, whatever series is given to you, right, if it is continuously increasing and if it is continuously decreasing, so you can see this is continuously increasing, right? This series is continuously increasing. Okay, so obviously we'll not go by this way, we'll proceed through this way. Now you need to look if the increase is slow or fast, right? So if you can see, had it been increased like 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, no, you can see this is increasing but very slow, right? In this case, this is not slow. This is rather increasing very fast. 4, 10, 28, 82, 244, and likewise, right? This is increasing very fast. Okay, now get back to trick. If increasing is fast, obviously there is a factor of multiplication is involved right there, right? So this is, I mean, we have already told this, there is nothing a thumb rule for such questions, but what we can do, we use such tricks to, I mean, as a use such tricks as a cheat code, right? so we can crack such questions. For that, some preliminary prerequisite thing would be you have to very, I mean, square and cube should be on your fingertip tip at least for 10, right? आप आप 2 से लेके 10 तक, बेटर है 20 तक, राइट? 2 का स्क्वायर, 3 का स्क्वायर, 4 का स्क्वायर, likewise, then 2 cube, 3 cube, 4 cube, likewise you can do that. It should be on your fingertips, right? उससे क्या होगा, आप you can directly आप इसको imagine कर सकते हैं, right? You can see 28, so there must be a 27, right? You can ऐसा assume कर सकते हैं आप 28, obviously 21 यहाँ involve हो सकता है, likewise 243 यहाँ involve हो सकता है, we can likewise we can do that, right? So ऐसा होना चाहिए, you can use this trick, right? Next is logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is also a very, I mean, broad thing. So if you look at the previous year questions, 1 or 2 questions from this part, square of opposition, and it is rather a bit confusing if you have not been if you had not been through this thing, right? So we'll just discuss this part, right? Reasoning, arguments, syllogism, and propositions, inference, Venn diagrams. We see it takes a lot of time, right? So Venn diagram is also something also is often asked, right? But I think this is untapped area, square of opposition, and questions are asked from this area. So we'll discuss it. So this is a flow chart of square of opposition, how you should approach such question. Likewise, you have given 2 statement, right? For example, statement 1 says every car, right, every car is pencil, right? Every car is pencil, first statement. Second statement says no car is pencil, no car is pencil, right? So you would, आपको पूछा होगा, right? आपको पूछा होगा कि what kind of statement A and B are, how they are correlated, right? What kind of statement 1A and B are. So you can have a look. I mean, obviously ये तो आपको दिया नहीं होगा, but you memorize this flow chart और आप इससे question आपका बना सकते हैं, right? Obviously, this is what kind of statement? We have 4 type of statement, right? इसको बोलते हैं यूनिवर्सल पॉजिटिव, वेयर एवरी एस इज पी, इसको ए टाइप बोलते हैं, राइट? देन वी हैव ई टाइप, दैट इज नो एस इज पी. देन वी हैव आई टाइप स्टेटमेंट विच सेज सम एस इज पी, एंड देन वी हैव ओ टाइप. हमारे पास 4 टाइप का स्टेटमेंट होता है, सम एंड देन ओ, सम एस इज नॉट पी, राइट? इफ यू सी द रिलेशन बिटवीन ए एंड ई, वी कॉल इट कॉन्ट्ररी स्टेटमेंट, राइट? आप यहाँ पे देखेंगे एवरी कार इज पेंसिल and no car is pencil. So ये A type का statement है, right? ये A type का statement है, every S is P, right? Then we have no car is pencil, right? Then this is E type of statement, right? आपको पता है A और E type का statement, they are always contraries, right? So आप ये कह सकते हैं these two statement are contraries, right? This is one way of asking question. दूसरे टाइप के कैसे पूछ सकते हैं कि आपको पूछा होगा कि which type of statement cannot be true together but they can be false together. This is other way of asking question, right? Or it can also be asked which 2 statements are which can be true together but cannot be false together, right? तो आपको ये चीज ध्यान में रखना है कि कोई भी स्टेटमेंट अगर ऐसा दिया होता है, some S is P, right, or some S is not P, so these kind of statement are sub-contrary, and sub-contrary statement are such which can be true together but wo they cannot be false together, right? So just, I mean, this is something very important. एक और 2 क्वेश्चन तो पक्का आता है, तो आप इस चीज को आप थोड़ा ध्यान में रखना, right? Okay. So 7th unit is data interpretation. Data interpretation is something, अगर आपको थोड़ा सा I mean clear है चीजें, right? If you are aware of the data, right? Because here the understanding of data is very, I mean, it is the key part. Very, I mean, I would say सबसे जो बड़ा crucial point है वो डेटा को अंडरस्टैंड करना है. इफ यू क्रैक the I mean what the data is trying to interpret, you'll get आपका सब सारा आंसर, उसमें सारा मार्क्स आपको मिल जाएगा, उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है, राइट. ऑल्सो इफ यू सी द पैटर्न, एक और दो क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं जनरली विद 5 and 6 पार्ट. ओवरऑल 5 6 7 क्वेश्चन ऐसे दोनों को एक या दो मिला के ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं, राइट. तो इट कैन कवर योर 10 12 14 मार्क्स, ऐसा कवर कर सकते हैं, राइट. हमने डिस्कस किया है कि डेटा को अंडरस्टैंड करना ही सबसे क्रूशियल पार्ट है, राइट. ओके, थर्ड थिंग इज, अगर आप टिपिकल मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशन से प्रोसीड करते हो सच डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन क्वेश्चन, सो इट इज अ टाइम कंज्यूमिंग प्रोसेस. सो व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट इज टू बेटर यूज एलिमिनेशन एंड रीजनिंग, राइट. एज वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन यूनिट 5 and 6, राइट, मैथमेटिकल रीजनिंग, उस पार्ट में अगर आपको वो थोड़ा सा भी पार्ट क्लियर है, यू कैन अप्लाई इट हियर इन डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन, राइट, टू यूज एलिमिनेशन मेथड, राइट. कभी कभी we not need to go into the depth, the mathematical calculation, but rather by simple reasoning we can eliminate a lot of option, right. in case you आप 50-50 भी बचता है, आपके पास टाइम नहीं है, you can go either option, right. तो ऐसा चल सकता है, बट एंड ऑल्सो बिकॉज टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होने के कारण, तो व्हाट वी कैन सजेस्ट इज आप इसको एंड में अटेम्प्ट करना. अदरवाइज एक क्वेश्चन भी अगर थोड़ा टाइम भी लगता है तो वो थोड़ा सा थोड़ा घबराहट होता है, राइट. तो आप उस चीज में आप उसको गलत भी कर सकते हैं. बेटर आपको जो स्ट्रेट क्वेश्चन है, यू गो फर्स्ट फॉर देम, एंड देन आपके पास अगर टाइम बचता है तो यू कैन प्रोसीड विद दिस. एंड हालांकि अगर इफ यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ, यू कैन डायरेक्टली आप कभी भी इसको अटेम्प्ट कर सकते हैं, राइट. देन इन यूनिट 8 इंफॉर्मेशन एंड कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी, राइट. इसमें आपको क्या रहेगा कि आईसीटी से रिलेटेड जो भी एब्रिविएशंस वी यूज इन आवर डेली एक्टिविटीज, राइट, रैम रोम जैसे .com, ये इनका आपका एब्रिविएशन आपको थोड़ा रहना चाहिए, याद रहना चाहिए, राइट. हमारा डेली यूसेज का इंटरनेट रिलेटेड जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन होती है, राइट. प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन इफ यू सी, आपसे सिंपल पूछा गया है व्हाट इज बीसीसी, राइट, और व्हाट इज बीसी. आप ईमेल करते हैं, बीसीसी क्या होता है, बैक कार्बन कॉपी, कार्बन कॉपी. लाइकवाइज ऐसे क्वेश्चंस जनरली यूजीसी आपसे पूछता है. सो यू शुड बी अवेयर विद सच thing, right. Then digital initiative, because everything is going digital nowadays, particularly after the this scheme of digital India. So this is nowadays from 3 or 4 years, यहाँ से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आते हैं, राइट. लाइक व्हाट इज डिजिटल इंडिया, आपके थोड़ा स्टेटमेंट दे दिया है कि विच ऑफ दिस स्टेटमेंट आर आई मीन करेक्ट अबाउट दिस इनिशिएटिव. Likewise, the Swayam portal we have discussed the move and other digital initiative, education से related हो या health से related हो, right. So this is generally asked. Then we have fourth part is the binary, octal and decimal conversion, right. You have given a binary number, you have given an octal number or decimal, anything, और आपको उसको convert करना है, right. Likewise, binary से octal पूछा जा सकता है, octal से decimal पूछा जा सकता है, and then back to decimal to octal, likewise. So this is what is the ICT वाला part, information and communication technology. Unit 9 is people development and environment. इसमें से it is not something कि very static हो. हाँ, कुछ जो environmental related जो agreement हुए हैं, likewise आपको पता होगा UNFCCC, right, और जो United Nations डेवलपमेंट फॉर डेजर्टिफिकेशन और क्लाइमेट चेंज से रिलेटेड जो भी ट्रीटी जैसे पैक्ट बने हुए हैं, एटलीस्ट यू गो थ्रू टू देम, राइट. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, एनी रिसेंट इनिशिएटिव रिलेटेड टू इन्वायरमेंट, यू शुड बी आई मीन अवेयर ऑफ दिस. आप थोड़ा न्यूज़पेपर ही पढ़ सकते हैं इन्वायरमेंट रिलेटेड, ये क्वेश्चन आजकल बहुत पूछे जाते हैं, सो बी अवेयर ऑफ दैट, राइट. Apart from that, we have disaster related information. Likewise, earthquake से last time पूछा गया था Richter scale. What is the Richter scale? Right? What it means? जैसे कि आप 1 से 2 Richter scale का अगर earthquake आता है, it means it is a 10 times, right? right? It is a 10 times of the previous. अगर एक है रिक्टर स्केल उसका तो 10 टाइम्स होगा, दैट वुड बी रिक्टर स्केल एट 2. मतलब आपको ऐसा अवेयर होना चाहिए, लाइक कोई सुनामी, राइट, सुनामी और कुछ इससे संबंधित कोई भी डिजास्टर रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन है वो आपको थोड़ा उसको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. देन वी हैव द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल जो यूनाइटेड नेशन कवर करता है. इट ओवरलुक्स ऑल द development related to sustainable development goal. You should be aware that we have 17 sustainable development goal that every United Nations member has to achieve by the year of 2030, right? 2030 तक हमको ये सारे डेवलपमेंट गोल करने हैं. What changes ये drinking water, right? Then we have health infrastructures, then we have education, then we have the gender parity, then we have sustainable consumption, that we have environment related goals. So overall we have 17 goals, right, that every United Nation member countries need to achieve by the year 2030. So you should aware at least uh, this superficial information तो आपको होना चाहिए sustainable development goal से related, right? Then we have already talked about कोई भी environment related agreements हुए हैं, pact हुए हैं, treaty हुए हैं, तो वो चीजें आपको ध्यान में रहना चाहिए.
Just a minute, sir. I would like to add few resources here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm adding something here in this unit, environment specifically. You can take help of certain resources like you can go through NCERT chemistry chapter, I guess last chapter, which is named as environment. Okay, I'm again repeating chemistry NCERT book. Chapter name is environment. You can go through that chapter. That like includes all the basic information related to environment, pollution, pollution. 11th, it means it's 11th class chemistry. Chapter name is environment. That chapter is really, really good. That covers most like a lot of information, right? Which can definitely help you to answer the like cater certain questions. And similarly for disaster also, you can again refer to the NCERT basic disaster book. Okay, NCERT basic disaster management book, whether it is of 11th class or 10th class, you can go through by that. That will be beneficial to like have a revision in a gist of it, and it will help you to cater the maximum questions. That's it. We can continue.
Okay, and finally we have unit 10, that is higher education and government related thing. Okay, so this is a very vast part, right? But what we can do here, कुछ चीजें हैं यदि आप अगर कवर करते हैं तो we can attempt a good number of questions, such as अगर जो यूनिवर्सिटी लेटेस्ट रैंकिंग जो रिलीज होती हैं, राइट, इट कुड बी ऑफ नेशनल लेवल एंड ग्लोबल लेवल, राइट. जैसे आप गवर्नमेंट मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम ह्यूमन रिसोर्स एंड डेवलपमेंट रिलीज करती है NIRF रैंकिंग नेशनल लेवल की. सो यू बेटर अभी जो 2020 का जो रिलीज हुआ है, यू जस्ट सॉरी 2019 का रिलीज हुआ है, यू बेटर गो थ्रू दिस, राइट. कौन सा यूनिवर्सिटी टॉप पे है. देन वी हैव QS रैंकिंग, इसके अलावा भी कुछ रैंकिंग निकलती हैं, यू जस्ट अवेयर ऑफ दिस, राइट. यूनिवर्सिटी रैंक, अदर थिंग, ये वाले पार्ट से बहुत क्वेश्चन आते हैं. ऑलमोस्ट आई हैव सीन एवरी ईयर अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम UGC, राइट. व्हाट इज UGC, व्हाट आर इट्स फंक्शन, राइट. इसके अंडर जो और सब्सिडरी बॉडीज हैं, लाइक जैसे आप NAC, यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड ऑफ, राइट. NAC जो accredited जो क्रेडिट देते हैं यूनिवर्सिटी को, राइट. सो जस्ट अवेयर ऑफ दिस, व्हाट मीन, राइट. इसके बारे में जो भी हो तो आप जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस. देन वी हैव बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, राइट. व्हाट इज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या क्या आर्टिकल्स ऐसे हैं, राइट. देन वी हैव प्रीएम्बल, राइट. जस्ट गो थ्रू इट, व्हाट द प्रीएम्बल मीन्स, वो क्या क्या गारंटी फंडामेंटल राइट्स गारंटी करता है अपने सिटीजन्स को. सो बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन उसका होना चाहिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन का. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी हैव द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एंड नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज होती हैं जो डायरेक्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मेंशन करता है. फॉर एग्जांपल इलेक्शन कमीशन से बहुत क्वेश्चन आए हैं, राइट. इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया, This is one of the constitutional body. Apart from that, we have UPSC, right? Union Public Service Commission. It is another constitutional body. Like, तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन आप सिर्फ कोई भी, या आप डायरेक्ट आप ब्राउजिंग करके आप देख सकते हैं, जस्ट सुपरफिशियल इंफॉर्मेशन, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल एंड नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल। और जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल में मेंशन नहीं है वो नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी। नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कौन सी हो सकती है? वो स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी हो सकती है जो पार्लियामेंट के प्रोविजन से बनी हुई है, उनको स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी कहते हैं, और they are also called the non-constitutional body. So you just have to be aware of this. That's it. I would suggest for the unit 10. Right. So I guess with that, we end up our webinar here. Any queries you have, you can.
Okay, as I can't hear you guys, any one of you. So whatever your queries are at your end, please keep messaging for me, and Red Sachin sir is there to cater your queries. So you can go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, which book? Okay, you can go by any simple book, like which covers everything. There are number of books like Truman, then Arihant, and then which one? Manmeet Kaur is there. Like there are number of books, and you can actually cater any of them. आप किसी भी एक book को consider कर सकते हो. Rest, it all depends on your practice.
Okay.
How to judge
Niharika
square of opposition.
Niharika
Sir is
Duggal.
going to answer that, Sonal.
Okay, Niharika Duggal has asked, sir, current affairs are also important. See, Niharika, current affair in context of the environment related development is important. So what you can do, आप कोई भी एक I would say ऐसा कुछ नहीं, but हाँ, अगर आप न्यूज़पेपर आपका रीडिंग हैबिट है तो this is enough, more than enough, right? इसमें भी अगर आपको environment related कोई भी न्यूज़ आती है तो you just be aware of this. Otherwise ऐसा कुछ current affairs से related आपको इतना तैयार करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Then Sonal has asked how to judge square of proposition. Sonal, we have discussed two kind of questions. अगर आपको वो जो डायग्राम था वो अगर आपको थोड़ा आप लर्न करते हैं, समझते हैं, तो you can definitely 100% आपको कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. You can solve all such questions. Square of opposition. It's square of oppositions, right? Anyone else? Okay, Sonal, just go through that chart, the diagram, that's it. And you can 100% solve all the questions. Okay, am I audible to everyone? Okay, okay. So,
Recordings, I guess Meghna ma'am will tell you which book is better for net. Yeah, you can go by any book, as I said. It is not that, like, you can go with Truman, you can go with Manmeet Kaur and all. Suggest some book. Manmeet Kaur. Yeah.
okay. More questions?
Okay, yeah, and Meghna
Ma'am,
ma'am
मैं यहाँ पे
also has
पूछ लूँ?
something to share with you. Best way to study for data. That sir is going to tell.
Okay, Soumya, what you can do for data interpretation, आपको if you can go through all the questions related to data interpretation, at least for 5 years, at least for 5 years, and that would be enough. That would be enough. That's it. I would suggest you. Right? और आपको थोड़ा जैसे data, how to represent data in form of pie chart, in form of the histogram, in terms of, I mean, आपको if you can, I mean, if you can relate data, if you can read data, what the जो diagram को जैसे इस form में data को represent किया है, if you can decodify that, तो this is well and good. और ये कब कर सकते हैं आप? At least आप 5 साल की question paper आप you can go through related to
Many
data
books
interpretation.
answers are incorrect, so suggest an accurate book. Okay, Sonal, like if you talk about the answer keys and all, each and every book has certain issues. Even if we talk about direct net answer key, even that has certain issues. So it is not like that. Yes, few books are not of that good quality, but again, if you go by that, I guess my need for as far as I know, that is fine. It is good with the answers content also. Even True Man is good. Not उसमें भी बहुत ज़्यादा errors नहीं है True Man. अरिहंत में हो सकते हैं. True Man, Manmeet Kaur. Are there any specific resources for reading on governance and digital initiatives? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For Jasmine, what you can do
Okay.
for governance, if you have time, just go through.
Sonal, don't worry. I'll text you.
Okay. So Jasmine, what you can do in terms of governance, you can read the Lakshmikant, few pages, few chapters. I would suggest. आपको पूरी book पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. This is very, I mean, in a very lucid languages, things are explained. So you just go through it once, और आपकी काफी चीजें क्लियर हो जाएंगी. आपको ज़्यादा इसमें पूरी बुक पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. लक्ष्मीकांत, right? Indian Polity. The book is entitled Indian Polity by Lakshmi Kant. Right. For digital initiatives, there are many monthly. There are many chronicles monthly basis पे रहती हैं जो digital initiatives से जितनी भी because there are digital initiative in terms of we have to be focused about the education और health. ऐसा कुछ है. आप पर्टिकुलरली एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड जो भी डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव हो एटलीस्ट वो तो आपको कवर करने हैं. आप या एक काम और कर सकते हैं कि जो MHRD की जो वेबसाइट है ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट में वहां पे जितने भी डिजिटल इनिशिएटिव हैं जस्ट गो थ्रू इट वंस. दैट्स इट. राइट. Lakshmikant for Indian polity, the governance part. That too for few chapter, not the entire book. Right. So what you can do, you not need to purchase it. Rather, you can. I mean, there are various free online available resources. You can have it from there itself. Okay. Can you please tell me easy way to solve hypothetical syllogism?
KVS Madan for preparation.
Yeah, you can.
KVS, but KVS one is for Kendra Vidyalaya Sangathan, right? It is not specifically for your paper one.
Okay. Kanak Meemchandani.
It is for paper one. Then it will be fine.
Okay. So Kanak has asked is tips to solve assertion and reasoning question. See, Kanak, for assertion and reasoning part, you should be aware of this statement, right? अगर आपको कोई assertion दिया हुआ है, let's suppose we have आप ऐसा कोई भी एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं. एक्चुअली हमने यहाँ पे अभी दिया नहीं था, डिस्प्ले नहीं किया था, बट assertion and reasoning आप प्रीवियस ईयर के इसमें क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. एंड दिस इज नॉट वेरी डिफिकल्ट पार्ट. assertion reason is not a very difficult part. अगर आपको थोड़ा सा नॉलेज है उस चीज का जो पूछा जा रहा है, you can directly solve it, right? So there is nothing like ऐसा टिप्स की जरूरत नहीं है इसमें. अगर आपको चीजें फंडामेंटल क्लियर है जो पूछा जा रहा है, so you can go by that, right? आपको इसकी ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं, इसमें टिप्स की जरूरत नहीं है, I would say. Okay, sir, there is a lot of disturbance. Okay. More questions? Okay, I experienced problems in finding accurate answers for mathematical portion. Please suggest a book for that. Uh, रोहन, what you can do, आप कोई भी ऐसे बुक उठा सकते हैं, राइट? वैसे आई वुड मैथमेटिकल पोर्शन ऐसा रहता है कि इफ योर आंसर इज राइट, इट इज राइट, राइट? यहाँ पे अगर आपको फंडामेंटल्स पता है, आपको कॉन्सेप्ट पता है, तो कोई ज्यादा इशू नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट? तो आप कोई भी लेकिन अगर 5 साल के क्वेश्चन आप उठा के देखते हैं तो आपको बुक ज़्यादा ज़रूरत नहीं है, राइट? जस्ट आप 20-30 क्वेश्चन अगर करते हैं तो आई वुड से दैट वुड बी सफाइस फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन, राइट? और ये है आप वैसे भी अदरवाइज अगर आप थोड़ा ज़्यादा 10 क्वेश्चन ज़्यादा अटेम्प्ट करते हैं तो जो टाइम फैक्टर रहता है, जो टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट रहता है एग्जामिनेशन में, वो आपका बच जाएगा। बिकॉज पेपर वन इज नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट। आप हर कोई पेपर वन में अच्छे मार्क्स कर सकता है, बट what is the limiting factor is the time. We have to cover each and every questions in stipulated time, right? तो टाइम को आप तभी कवर कर पाएंगे अच्छे से तब जब आप और आपको प्रैक्टिस हो। सो मोर द प्रैक्टिस आप उसको टाइम को अच्छे से मैनेज कर सकते हैं। ओके निहारिका, देयर आर वेरियस वेबसाइट्स, वेरियस कोर्सेज अवेलेबल। आप 5 साल के क्वेश्चन otherwise I guess it also has some repository previous questions you can collect from the institute. We can share a link with you. You can directly ask from the institute.
Okay, as far as the previous year question papers are concerned, they are available on internet as well. Plus, the books which you are going to buy, even they have all the solved previous year questions. And to add on, if you want, even UIBS is providing all the previous year solved questions, and you will have like all the recordings also for each and every unit. Okay, all the specifically designed recordings, and one more thing, you will have a fresh mock test series also, including each and every unit and topic. And for that, Meghna ma'am can like discuss more with you. So in case anything is needed, Meghna ma'am can share things with you regarding that.
Uh, Hello. Yes, it's on our website, uibsindia.org. If you scroll down, we have here UGC Net Paper 1, that is for 2600 for now. But if anyone is registered for this webinar, enrolls for this, you'll get 10% discount. And in this, you'll have 31 hours of videos. It contains all the topics of Net Paper 1, and we have previous year's papers as well. This would be in a kind of a quiz form. So you'll answer it, and once you answer and submit the form, like whichever questions would be wrong, you get the correct answer, and you'll have 1,000 questions, 100 questions each unit, like this. For unit 1, there are 9 topics, recording, and 2 quizzes. Unit 2, research and aptitude, 5 topics and 2 quizzes. So in that way. So if anyone is interested who have registered for this webinar, if you want to register for the Net Paper 1 course as well, please let me know. You'll get 10% discount. Okay. Thank you everyone.
Okay, so Janvi has asked, sir, has the time distance questions become less since NTA took over?
Thank you, Jasmine.
So जानवी, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि NTA जब से took over किया है, so we can ask any question from the syllabus anytime. So we just need to prepare according as per the syllabus. That's it, right? Okay. Welcome.
And in case of any further queries, you can always drop your text or queries at the UIPS message portal. We'll definitely try to cater all your doubts. And all the best for your exam.
Okay, and anyone, any questions, further questions? Thank you, Rajesh.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Meghna
Janvi.
ma'am, I guess she's sharing you the number for that.
Okay, help for Rohan for help desk, you can directly contact the institutional, I mean जो भी channel, जो भी mechanism है institute का help desk का, you
Thank
can
you so much, everyone.
use that. Anytime you can ask Rohan, anytime you can ask question. So we are sharing this a WhatsApp number. You can ask any question anytime. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much. All the best for your examination. Thank you. Hello, ma'am.